What's up guys, Nuance Bro checking in, and this is an exclusive for my supporters on Patreon. If you guys don't remember, I'll try to refresh your memory a little bit, but a few weeks back, maybe a couple months back actually, I made a video where I was, on first class flights and stuff, and you've seen some of the pictures of me flying first class, and I said I would make a video for my supporters on Patreon. Nothing too serious, just kind of briefly explaining how I go about doing what I do on those flights and not really paying lots of money. So I'm gonna link you guys to two sources that were very helpful to me when I was trying to do all this stuff and that I used to read and I still continue to read to this day. One of them is The Points Guy, and this is Brian Kelly, his site, The Points Guy. He goes and he collects all this news about how to do point stuff, but I think my favorite has to be 1 Mile at a Time by Ben Schlappig, and he has a website, 1 Mile at a Time. It's pretty much just him almost. Writing all these articles, and he just writes constantly, and he lives this lifestyle of miles and points, and he does it all the time, and I think he has some really good stuff on it. But basically what I do is I take credit cards and I get their sign-up bonuses, and I make sure that they're at the highest, that they historically offer. Just do a little research, and then you also just do some research into different flight programs and miles programs and see which ones are the best. And a lot of times the points that you want to use, like let's say you want to fly United or something, or you want to fly Singapore Airlines, or you want to fly Emirates. Like let's just take Emirates for example. You're oftentimes better off giving your points to a different airline, like let's say Japan Airlines, that might be a partner with Emirates, and then using the points with that to transfer over and get the flights with Emirates. Whereas if you use the points, you transfer the points to Emirates, or you use their loyalty program, you would get a lower yield of like points per whatever kind of award you're trying to get. So always do your research, try to make sure you're getting the best deal. Look at the programs, do your research, and figure out what's best for what. Keep updated because these programs are constantly changing. So it's better to redeem now than later because they're always devaluing these programs constantly. I mean, I got into the game kind of late, and already so many of the programs like Alaska, American Airlines, United, all of them have been devalued. So I had to use even more points to get some of the flights that I wanted. Whereas if I went in a few years earlier, I would have had to pay like 50% less, 75% less if I got into the game a little earlier. So if you're trying to do that, you got some credit cards you want to get, and maybe you got a significant other, you guys want to go business class or first class round trip to some cool places, definitely check those sites out. You have to be willing to get some credit cards, maybe spend a little bit of money, but nothing crazy. There's some tricks of the trade around that, but basically just do your research, read a lot, check out those two sites, and look into credit card bonuses and their transferability, and look into different miles and points programs. That's my best advice that I could condense down into a short little video. So hope you guys enjoyed that. See you next time.